Day 7, eh? We are reaching the end of the first week. And we've definitely made some progress. The big one is, of course, this outer house. But we've also discovered that you can unlock permanent rooms within the draft pool. So I'm excited to see what else we can find there. We've got the kennel unlocked, which incentivizes us to find a shovel, or acquire a shovel if the opportunity presents itself. Trading post, items for trade, the shelter, the root cellar. You know, after our run with a bunch of red rooms, I am incentivized to take the shelter here. I think that could be pretty darn good. I'm curious about the trading post. It says items for trade, but of course when we take this at the start of the run, we don't have anything to trade for it. I wonder how that works. But the shelter here, I think, is what I'll be taking. Now, the root cellar is also interesting because it works well with the kennel. Root cellar giving us, was it more digging spots or more valuable finds per digging spot? I can't remember. But the kennel, of course, rewards us by unlocking all doors in a room where we have dug. So, some nice little synergy there. We have a water jug. We have a few water jugs. We've got a nice painting there. Some cans of food. Oh, a time lock safe. Ah, okay. So that might open on a particular day. We kind of want to figure out what day that would be. We can interact with the computer here. Welcome to Mount Holly Bomb Shelter. Press enter. Okay, I'll do that. Time lock safe. The shelter's time lock safe can be accessed by setting an unlock date and time. You can use any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, the time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. Oh, okay. Please enter an unlocked date. What day are we? I don't know what day we are, actually. Hold on. Let's just go back. Is there anything? Radiation monitor. A measurement of the radiation levels detected in the house and surrounding grounds. These readings are often spiked by the experiments conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. We haven't found the laboratory yet. If the reading is 12 USV, I don't know what that is, or higher, emergency protocol will initiate, and all doors in the house will automatically unlock. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's take a measurement. Current levels are not bad. 0.09 USV. So it just told us exactly what to do with that. Is if we go in, interesting. So if we have this shelter, we go into the house, find the laboratory, conduct an experiment, it will spike the reading, and then we come in here and we take a measurement. When it's at 12 or higher, it will unlock all doors in the house. That's quite the process just to get all doors unlocked, but that's pretty darn neat. I like it. Log into network. Terminal password. We don't know what the terminal is. I was going to try, what was it? We tried Sinclair, but there's is it Cinca Inc? Something like that? Nope. Oh, what is it we see everywhere? That's okay. I don't need to guess at it. What we do need to do is determine what the day is. I should know this. Canned veggies and soup. Of course, there's not going to be anything in here that tells us what the day is. That's so funny. I really should know. Oh, there's a paper. Remain where you are for now. Given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow, we've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of the danger, I am still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the three of you are down there. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. Okay. So the news articles we found, we're talking about the Red Guard. So this is a little suspicious, isn't it? Because the red... Oh, what was that whole thing? I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. That seems like a mystery for later, but I will take a picture of that actually. Hang on. Screenshot that piece of paper. We can do some investigating down the road. Time lock safe is pretty cool. I'm just not sure what date to put in. Day 7. When did we get here, though? Is there a way I can look at my history? How's history? Ordinary inn. This doesn't help. But it's cool. The Red Villa. Room directory. No, that doesn't help. Okay, we got to figure out what... That's pretty funny. There's like no indicator on here. Doesn't look like it. How embarrassing. I know it's 1993, right? Was it March or May? Oh man, I don't remember. Oh, how embarrassing. All right, well, that's fine. We will find the date and come back here at some point. In the meantime, the next 3 red rooms that we discover will not have any negative effect, which encourages us to look for the heavy negative red rooms. And let's keep an eye out for a calendar or something. Actually, you know what? It was probably right on here, isn't it? Open only in the event of my death. Oh no, there's no date on this. No date here. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, well, let's start exploring the manor. There's a nook, a closet, and a spare room. I think the closet is pretty good. 2 items right off the bat. They can make a big difference. Or just get a key. We'll probably find a closet anyways, right? Sure, let's take a nook. But I'm not going to go in there right away. First, I'm going to come over here. And we might get the closet. Nope. The parlor, the storeroom, and the den. Storeroom is not a bad idea. But maybe we'll take a den right off the bat, because it does connect nicely. The blank wall is against the outside. So let's do that. Now, we do have more to explore there. So I'm going to head into the parlor first, because it's more likely to end up as a dead end. We will accept that key. Thank you very much. And something about keeping journal entries. Okay. The storeroom, the corridor, and the closet. Ooh, between the closet and the storeroom, I think we will take the closet. We're not going to bother with the corridor here. So there you go. What do we find? A purse. A coin purse. Each time you collect 3 money, earn an additional 1 in interest. That's kind of neat. If we find a pantry, it'll give us 5 coins, which is actually a pretty helpful breakpoint. We did get a gem. So, in theory, we got a gem and a coin from that closet, which is not the greatest. It's not bad, but the storeroom would have been better. All right, let's head through here. We're going to aim for, we'll pick up that gem, of course. And then we will aim for the west side of the house. Commissary, parlor, and guest bedroom. We don't have any money to spend in the commissary, so no sense putting a gem there right now. The parlor is a great idea, though. 2 more gems for us, provided I can solve the puzzle. Grab the key here. What do we have? It's a nice outside view. Okay, black box says this box is one of the 2 empty boxes. The 2 boxes in this room are empty. We know that's true. And there are 3 boxes in this room. We know that that's also true, which means that this must be a lie. This box is one of the 2 empty boxes. And if it's lying, then it is not one of the 2 empty boxes. Cool, cool. We got ourselves some gems. And we'll head on through to... Ooh, we don't have the money for the kitchen. There's the pantry. There's the storeroom. The pantry would be nice if we didn't have a doorway with a den, but we do, so we'll take the storeroom now. Gets us a key and a gem, and a coin for the fun of it. Good stuff. I don't see anything else of value in here. We'll just run on out. And head up through the den. We're down to 35 steps already, so we need to do something to earn more. The hallway, unfortunately, is not a great connection spot. The corridor would be better for us. The drawing room, though, you may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. That's not a bad spot for it. But again, the entrance hall already has an open way. So this makes more sense to put a corridor here. Let's do that. It's always left unlocked. Using the corridor in the further ranks of rooms would be a good idea, because the further ranks of rooms are more likely, hey look, the 4 stars for a diamond. Or a gem. But yeah, using the corridor in the later ranks is a better idea because they're more likely to be locked. But that's okay. We'll make use of what we can. The hallway, the pantry, and the drawing room. Between these 2, I think we'll just use the hallway now. The drawing room would be better later on because it gives us the chance to re-roll the doors that we find. And that matters more later on, I think. What do we have in here? We have our note saying doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. But we found in the security room, I think it was, that said red notes are lies. So we don't trust that. Patio is not worth a gem to us, although it pays itself back immediately, doesn't it? But it doesn't lead us anywhere, so that doesn't help. Guest bedroom and the chapel. We know that the chapel doesn't have any negative effect for us because it would be one of 3 red rooms that the shelter protects against. However, I think I will take the guest bedroom because we're running through our steps, and so far the doorways have worked out quite well for us. Having said that, this hallway is going to lead to a room, and that room is going to be very important. Whereas if I take the chapel here, we have 2 ways out. I think I'm still going to take the guest bedroom because we have a good amount of resources. We can definitely spend gems, and we'd rather use that chapel elsewhere where we can make use of the extra doorway. Was there nothing in here? We usually have something on the table in this room. There are no dates here. Okay, I think that's it. Some towels, linen. All right, so there's always the entrance hall, but let's check this door through the hallway first. And it's okay if it doesn't open to the right, although, hang on, dining room would be ideal, but it's, yeah, it only helps us if we're at rank 8. We'd have to run all the way back to the dining room. The bedroom locks us out. We definitely cannot do that. And the courtyard is okay. We might take the courtyard here. The dining room is definitely better later on. Yeah, we'll do the courtyard. It lets us open up a dead end. Oh, there's a trunk. I'm not going to use a key on that trunk right now. We're kind of hoping to find a sledgehammer. Maybe we'll get something. Ooh. Bedroom, the chapel, and the observatory. Well, considering this closes the way, we're just going to take the observatory. It does give us something. We'll find out. I guess a 4 and a 3, right? Because we're at 7 stars. 4 and a 3 would be a diamond and plus 3 steps, if I remember correctly. Oh, is that right? Oh no, farmer's apple. Apples are extra delicious today. Well, that's really nice if we happen to find any apples. There doesn't happen to be one on a table here, does there? No. Okay. Well, that's neat. We would like to have a shovel for this dirt pile and a sledgehammer for that trunk. If the doorway doesn't work out for us, we might just open that trunk. Commissary, items for sale. We don't have any coins, unfortunately. The boudoir would lead to a closed area, and a pantry, fortunately, does get us out of here. That's close. If this third one was a dead end, we'd be done. Yikes. Yeah, it's pretty dangerous having only one exit. You know, we're going through, there's a banana, unfortunately not an apple, and there will be 4 coins, we'll get an additional coin. I think we will use a key on this trunk, because it could be very, very good. We'll use the key. Also, the trunks seem to have keys in them, so it doesn't necessarily cost us anything. Oh, well, we get a lot of coins. And ivory dice, a pair of ivory dice, plus 2 rerolls. That's a big help. That is a huge help in case we don't find a corridor that we need, or doorway that we need. So +1 on interest for coins. We're at 6, and now we're going to pick up a few more steps and another 5 coins. So we're pretty wealthy now, and there won't be a chapel hurting us, which means that we should be able to spend a lot on things like the kitchen. The conference room, haven't seen that one yet. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. That's kind of cool. We've seen, oh my goodness, the gems with the patio. Whoa, it would just fill this place with gems. That could be neat. I think we'll do the conference room here. It opens up a couple of doors. It's somewhat central, so it could be useful to have things be put here. But even if not, that's fine. Spreading items. Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout your house. When items are spread, they are immediately placed in several of the rooms currently on your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items are gathered in that room instead. Pretty cool. Oh, I see some notes on the table. So, oh. Nothing here. But we have a red note. This is a lie. Safe code 9083 is not true. But I'm going to try it anyways at some point. And when we do find the safe. 9083. I'll have to remember that, even though I did take a screenshot. Oh, no. Oh, no. Can we not go through? The security door is locked by electronic keycard. No way. That's it. We can't go through here. Oh, if I knew. Does this give a description? In his latter years, H.S. Sinclair had become withdrawn from public life and conducted all business from the comfort and privacy of home. This included the occasional board meetings which were held in the professional setting of this room. Type is spread and blueprint. Rarity is unusual. Drafted one time. Whenever items... It doesn't say anything about it being security doors. I think the security doors is a random thing, so the fact that we got 2 of them on this room is extremely unlucky for us. Wow. Well, that's too bad. I guess that's the end of the run. Here I am with 12 money and the ability to reroll rooms. Let's have a quick look outside. Since we have the extra steps and nowhere to go with them. So what I'm curious about is that we opened this pathway here. And we've been going to the outer room. But we can run up this path as well. Oh, no we can't. It's locked off. Okay, alright, sure. That makes sense. So only if we get access there through a room, like the garage, can we actually cross this stream. Okay, well, I guess that means we have to call it a day. Yeah. Hang on, if we go across the bridge here, I'm sure it's blocked off. There's no way they wouldn't have it blocked off, but I'm still going to try. Oof. Man, our character just can't step over that rock. Alright, that's fine. We will call it a day and start anew. A coin purse. Oh, that's too bad. We were doing pretty well in resources. 3 gems. Call it a day. What do we have here? Mount Holly, the small cottage. Yep. Nothing of note occurred. We did find ourselves a conference room. That's a neat room to find. I can definitely see that being really nice with the patio, which distributes gems across all the green rooms. So instead of having to spend a lot of steps going through all the green rooms, you can just go to the conference room. What else have we seen that spreads stuff? Oh, there's one that puts 2 trunks in this entrance hall, but I don't know if that uses the term spread. So it probably wouldn't be included. Well, let's see what we find here. I might take the root cellar. You never know. It seems to come up a lot, and we haven't seen what's in it so far. Yet, I should say. There's the root cellar, the trading post, and the hovel. We have taken the hovel before. Actually, I really like it. But the root cellar, rooms in your house will be more likely to contain dig spots today. So, yeah, that's kind of nice with the kennel if we happen to find it. Trading post, I am very curious about this. I'm more... We found a room that gave us 2 gems the following day. I feel like that would be the time to take the trading post because you'd have 2 gems to start the day. Maybe you can trade those gems for items. Yeah, let's take the root cellar today. And in here are many digging spots. Does it give us a shovel? That would be amazing if it did. Also, I'm surprised we can't take the... Why am I blanking on what this is? Potatoes and that thing. This cask looks like it's interactable, but it doesn't seem to let us. Lettuce? Any cabbage in here? Nope. What do we have? Okay. This thing looks out of place. Well, if we find a shovel, we're definitely coming back here. Alright. I guess in the future, if we take the root cellar, we don't bother spending steps going in because there is nothing to see in there. There's a bird. Alright, East Wing, let's go. We have a coat check. Check 1 item and retrieve it on another day. We don't have any items to check, so no need for that. The den, again, this is very nicely located with the blank wall facing the outside, the corridor. Now, definitely take the den here. Start off with a gem. A topaz, I suspect. Yeah, a lot of clocks in this room. Closet, parlor, and nook. Let's do the closet. Same thinking as before, being that it gives us useful items like a shovel. Oh boy, this is it. An old weathered shovel looks like it could be useful for digging. And a key. That was a very nice find. Keep feeling like there could be more hidden in here. I love that the items change every time. No digging spots in the den, are there? Oh, there's a trunk though. Yeah, you know what? Let's open that trunk. Because with digging spots, we can find keys, I think. And there's a key in here anyway, so no harm done. Excellent. Okay, we're heading out to the root cellar to do some digging. I hope we get something good. Even if it's just extra steps, that's still nice. As long as it's more than 3 extra steps. Because it's costing us 3 just to get there. And then I guess 3 back as well. Hopefully it's worth it. But there's no way we couldn't try. Oh, there. We got some coins. 2 coins? That's pretty good. A safe deposit box key. 149. Okay. Where have we seen safety deposit boxes? In the mail room, I think, right? Am I remembering correctly? The mail room had a lot of safety deposit boxes. There you go. We got a key. Oh, man, this place is great. What a treasure trove. We got ourselves an unremarkable rock. Some more coins. Oh, my. Okay, the root cellar was absolutely the right choice. Old tin can, not worth picking up. Of course, that's because we got pretty lucky with finding a shovel right away. But not bad at all. So we'll want to draft more green rooms because they have a lot of digging spots, and I assume the root cellar makes them even more likely. Might find multiple digging spots throughout a single green room. Yeah, and then the digging spots, I assume they could contain gems, which helps pay for more digging spots. Or for more green rooms, I mean. What do we have? Commissary, storeroom, and bedroom. We have the coins. So we could take the commissary here. I may do that. For 8 gems, we could get a sledgehammer. There's potential there. Do we pick this up right away? I think so. Yeah, let's do it. 8 coins. What else am I going to do with them? We have ourselves a gem, a sledgehammer for 8, a set of gems of 4, and running shoes. I don't think we've seen running shoes yet. Ooh, sledgehammer or running shoes. I like the idea of just opening every lockbox we come across, or trunk we come across, and digging up everything. Can shatter padlocks, unlock trunks. Running shoes probably just gets us more steps, I assume. Which is certainly nice, and maybe that would have been a better choice. That might have been a better choice, because I don't think we're going to have any issues with keys and gems. An old shoe. Oh, man. Can I trade those for some new running shoes? What do we have on here? With, without. I'm curious if this means something. You know? Rosary with, crowbar without. Close from day 12. We're actually approaching the day 12 closure period. I'll have to remember that. Day 20 and 21 doesn't say anything about what date we are. The passageway requires 2 gems. We don't have those. Pantry for more money, or a parlor for some gems. I am more inclined to go for the gems. However, the pantry gives us better access. We already have the entrance hall and the den for going upwards. So I'd rather take the pantry here just for the path that it provides. And the apple. That's nice. 2 steps. Unfortunately, we don't have the benefit of the apple constellation from yesterday. Courtyard, storeroom, and a nook. Courtyard is a green space, which could have more digging spots, so I'm going to do that. Even though it does cost us a gem, it gives us more rooms as well, and a metal detector. This place seems to have metal detector pretty frequently. Wow. Wow, that is so lucky. Look at this, 3 digging spots at least. We got an oversized turnip. Should prove to be a nutritious snack, plus 6 steps. Excellent. Okay. I'm very happy with our choice of the root cellar. Another turnip. That's plus 12 steps. Massive. And a 4th digging spot. Holy cow. Okay, nothing of interest, but that's okay. So far, I am pleased with the likelihood of useful items. The first time we got a shovel, we got pretty unlucky with the items from that shovel. Should I hold? Oh, I don't have a gem for the observatory. Dang. So I guess we're going to put the lavatory here, which is actually a perfectly fine spot to put it. It's a red room. I don't think there's anything of value in there. We're going to ignore it. Let's go up on the courtyard. And a West Wing Hall, spare room, and the corridor. This is the perfect spot for a West Wing Hall because we're on the very West Wing. I guess they can only appear here. I also guess that the dirt pile can appear in the West Wing Hall. What is this note? Staff notice, June 15th, 1983. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, we have read this before. The West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. And then it's cut off. Is there... So the metal detector is saying there's something nearby. But I've gone further away from it. Oh, there you go. There's a coin. Nice. And a digging spot with a coin. Nice. Should we head upwards? Let's keep going upwards. What I might do here is take the chapel as a failsafe, but we're not going to walk through it. Let's do that. It's out of the way, but it does give us easy access to more rooms, and then we're not going to walk into it. We're going over here instead. The kitchen with food for sale, a nook, and a hallway. I mean, these two make it dead ends, so the hallway makes more sense to me. Do that. There was the potential of making a dead end with the nook and then heading back to the entrance hall, because we do have the den in the entrance hall with some open doorways. Secret passageway, the bedroom, and the storeroom. I'm surprised at how few gems we have. I think we just put a storeroom here. Get ourselves a gem so that we have more options when we're drafting. Hey, and we do have some digging spots as well. Okay, old tin can is not worth picking up. What else do we have? The metal detector has more stuff to find. We got ourselves a turnip. Excellent. We got ourselves a key. We have another digging spot. Nothing of interest was buried here, unfortunately, but we have a gem. And a nice little model house. Okay. Yeah, we're getting so many items. The combination of metal detector. We have a sledgehammer, not that we've seen any trunks to use it on. And a shovel with a root cellar. This is amazing. The pantry... Yeah, I want to go back through the pantry. So we're heading this way. Maybe we'll end up making dead ends here. It's worth a shot. We definitely want to use the den to go out and about. What I might do... Yeah, let's start with the den. Go up here. The passageway, the spare room, and the nook. Okay, the nook works for us. Find ourselves a coin on the ground and a key. And... Alright. Head on through. We've got the kitchen, the billiard room, and the parlor. So we are a little bit low on gems. The billiard room gives us keys. The parlor gives us gems. And the room opens in the correct direction for this one. So it's the obvious choice. Okay. Give me some gems, please. We have 4 keys right now. Only one of the other boxes is false. The gems are in the false box. And the gems are in the false box. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on, can I figure this out? Only one of the other boxes is false. If this is telling the truth. If this is lying, then these two are telling the truth, and this is the box with the gems in it. If this is telling the truth, then one of these is lying and one of these is true, and they contradict each other. So that's not possible. So it must be the black box. Okay. There you go. And through the doorway we will go. Gymnasium, nursery, bedroom. This might be an opportunity for the bedroom. The gymnasium costs us 2 steps. It's not the end of the world. But I'd rather gain 2 steps. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. We could do that. But then that leaves us with the entrance hall and the chapel. It's not bad. It costs us a gem, though. I think there are better things to spend gems on. This is a good spot for a gymnasium. I think I'll do the bedroom though. And the thinking there is that the gymnasium could be more useful later on. Right now we still have some good options for our passageways. So may as well save the gymnasium until we need some extra roots. Okay, get it roots with the root cellar. Oh, security. Ooh. View inventory of all items currently in the house. This is just a good room to have. Huh. I'm not incentivized to put the dining room down because we're not near floor or rank 8. The corridor is okay, but it doesn't do much for us because we can kind of get there through the entrance hall anyways. And the security room does the same. Okay, let's do it. Spend our gems. Oh, but it won't let us through because we don't have a key card. Blue memos equal true, red memos equal lies. We've seen that previously. Okay, there's a computer there. Anything else? Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. That tells us that access levers are required to grant entry. And then keycard access to security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Yeah. Terminal password is something. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Well, let's have a look in here. There was the option to choose how often locked doors appear. And seeing as we just got kind of screwed over by a locked door, we can make them less common, right? Keycard system security, whatever. Let's set the security level. Security level, we'll put it to low so that we see fewer locked or security doors. Confirm setting. And then change offline mode to unlocked. I see no reason to keep it locked. So that way, if we happen to find the utility room, we can unlock all of the security doors. Return to the security menu, view estate inventory. We currently have nothing out in the wild for us to find. So that's good to know. I haven't missed anything. But we're not getting through this door right now. So we have to run back through the bedroom. Very good. I'm glad we placed a bedroom there because it gives us back a couple of steps. And we'll head to the entrance hall through all these lovely chambers. Go through this door. The coat check, the library, and the spare room. I think we're using the spare room here just to move forward. Yep. All right. Nothing. Oh, we have a digging spot. Old tin can. Wah, wah. That's fine. There's a nice chair we could sit in. Dining room, boudoir, and nursery. Unfortunately, that makes this a dead end. So, since it's a dead end, why not place a nursery here? Boudoir doesn't do anything. Okay. All right, nursery. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. That helps us with all the running around we'll be doing. Should I walk in? Yeah, I'll walk in. Sure. Maybe there's an item in here. There is. We got ourselves a gem. There's the Red Prince. We've read that previously. Yeah. Okay. A nice room. How many kids are they having? Through the hall and into the chapel where we lose a coin. Too bad, so sad. We're going to be digging in the chapel. Sacrilegious. Hey, we got a coin back. Thank you, root cellar. Wait, was that another digging spot? Holy cow. A deposit box key. 304. We have 2 different deposit box keys now. Vault key, 304 and 149. I sure hope we find where those keys belong. The door is locked. We have to use a key. Fortunately, we do have 4 on hand. The garage for more keys. The bunk room, which would end our run. Oh, the garage would also end our run because it doesn't have any connections. Or the corridor. I think we're going to use the corridor. There's no option there. We have to. I see some stuff. Nothing of a note. Okay. Guest bedroom, boudoir, and gymnasium. I think we're going to do the gymnasium because we do need more options here. The boudoir works, of course, but it only gives us 1 room, whereas the gymnasium gives us 2. Of course, we want to avoid using both. Oh, boy. Well, there's a security door, so we only have 1 room anyway. What am I looking for here? Metal detector? Ah, car keys. Well, that would be really useful if we could find the garage now. But I think the garage has to be along the west wall, and we're not getting through there without a key card. So, unless we find a utility room. This door is locked as well. Uh-oh. Down to 2 keys. Secret passage, a library, and a utility closet. Okay, that's interesting. The utility closet does let us go through that locked security door. Did we have another locked security door around here? No. Interesting. It almost feels like the utility closet would be the better choice because it gives us less chance of getting locked out down the road. Secret passage is nice. The library also works. Discover less common floor plans while drafting the library. But they're both kind of risky. Utility closet lets us get through the gymnasium, but we wouldn't be able to draft a garage right away. Because if we did, our run would be over again. Although I'm very curious. I would be very curious just to try that, simply to see what happens when we put the car keys in the car. But I feel like one of these 2 is the better option. The library is a little bit riskier because it leads us along here, southward, and we would have 2 walls. So we'd have to find a room that specifically goes east. Whereas the secret passage is happy with any room that isn't a dead end. So I think we're going to take the secret passage here, just for safety. And, okay, dog tags. What color room do we want? We do have 8 coins, so a gold sink is not a terrible idea. Red rover doesn't really make sense to me unless we want to be looking for a room with many passageways. But we've already taken the chapel and the gymnasium, and those are the 2, I guess, reliable multi-doorway rooms. There was the one that's 4 sides, but it costs like 3 gems or something, so can't afford that. The key to the bedroom. Violet is nice, but there don't seem to be many doorways out of violet rooms. Green thumb. Actually, you know what? That could be a good idea, although it does cost a gem or 2. Halls of Holly or a hallway. Okay, I think we're going to take a green room because we do have a shovel. So there we go. We'll spend the gem, presumably. Okay, what? Oh, there's a key on the ground. Perfect. Thank you. We have a courtyard and aquarium. Special cost bypass from the cloister. Holy crap, that's amazing. This is the perfect spot for it. Special cost bypass. How lucky. Wow. Of course, I can't get in there to dig. It's a little bit irritating. Why would they put it like that? Look at this, though. If we can find the utility closet, we have a couple of security doors that we could potentially go through. Alright, so here's heading west or heading south. Let's do the south one first. Ooh, door's locked. Let's use the key. Observatory, locksmith, and a utility closet. I am super interested in using the utility closet. I know we're blocking off a room, but I think it's worth it. Utility closet, breaker blocks, and we get to dig a little bit. Old tin can. Here we go. Let's turn on the garage, which, by the way, is vital. Okay, we're definitely finding the garage. We're going to head back to the gymnasium, I think it was, and try to find a garage through that security door. Turn off the keycard entry system. BAC indicators, I don't know how that works, so we're going to leave it alone for now. Okay. Okay, that is very nice. Means we can go through here. Should we do that right away? Let's go to the east first. Ooh. Maybe I ignore it for now. Also, security's a long ways away. Yeah. Too bad. If security was closer, I would run back and make the high security doors more frequent so we have more easy to get through doors. Oh well. The rumpus room, plus 8 coins. Huh. I don't feel a need for coins, but the dining room would be nice. More steps. And the boudoir gives us more steps as well. I think the dining room is in a perfect location. We're going to take that. Okay. Things are going pretty darn well. What's on the menu? I guess we'll find out. We'll have to return once we've reached rank 8. Oh, there's a gem. Nice. Alright. What do we have in the east wing? Not a locked door. Laboratory. Experimental house features. The kennel, each time you dig in a room, unlock all doors in that room. I think we're taking that. Haha. I can't pass that up when we've got the shovel and the root cellar. Bunk room is neat, I guess. I'm very curious about the laboratory, however you want to say it. But we'll take the kennel for now. Hello, doggos. I can't pet this one. But I can pet this one. And the metal detector's going off because there are a couple of coins on the ground. We have our little picture of cat. Some leashes. I don't think there's anything else in here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we're going to dig so much. We got some coins. We're wealthy. Holy cow. An ordinary key, perfect. What? We're finding an item in every one of these. I guess because of the dogs. Because the dogs would have buried things. That makes sense. Whew. Wow. Alright, well that worked. And because we dug, we know that this door will not be locked. Observatory, guest bedroom, in the dark room. I'm not against taking the dark room, to be honest. Observatory I do like. But I also like being able to reach all of these. Although we could go back through the cloister. I guess we don't have to take the dark room here if we want to access this whole section. Guest bedroom would be nice for the steps. But going through the observatory means that we will have reached rank 8. And then we can go back to the dining hall for some extra steps. Okay. We got ourselves Clavis the Key. Nice. This door. It's an interesting photo. Okay, nothing to dig here, so let's open the door. It is locked, but that's okay. We just got a key anyways. The wine cellar. Plus 3 gems. Wow. We only have 1 gem remaining, but we could take the drawing room. If the drawing room didn't cost gems, I think we'd be taking that one. But let's go with the library now. I want to hold on to that gem in case we find something really useful in here, specifically, I guess. There's a coin. Pick it up. And a key. Excellent. EPC. Oh, that's right. The pump system user manual. We requested this. Simon P. Jones. November. Oh, hold on. November 14th, 93. What day? Oh, is that today or is that the day that we were last in the library? Ooh, that's tough. But we have ourselves a date. November 14th, 93. So we are at least that date. I don't remember how many days ago we were in here, but I can definitely look back through my videos and search for that. So I can get that information to give us 2 dates that we might be. We are either currently November 14th or we're a few days after November 14th. And then the next time we find the shelter, we can go there and unlock the time lock safe. EPCW Pump System User Manual, the Pool Series 8. The EPCW pump system is engineered specifically for the luxury requirements of today's indoor, in-ground swimming pool and spa. The EPCW system is also expandable, allowing you to use multiple pumps to control the water flow and volume to several different designated tanks and aquatic house features, be it an aquarium, a fountain, or a good old-fashioned swimming pool. Okay, water level indicators. No, never mind. I was thinking this was the thing in the utility room. Selection buttons, source labels. Whether you're using a single tank system or an array of pumps, the water control panel serves as a central hub to your EPCW system. The panel is fitted with a number of buttons equal to your own home's needs. One button for each different water source on the estate. The function is simple. Press a button to select the water source you would like to adjust. For example, if you wish to drain or fill your pool, simply press the button labeled pool. I'm glad we've got a manual telling us how to do that. Regardless of the number of pumps or water sources being used, water can only be adjusted from a source if its corresponding button is selected. Okay, that makes sense to me. After you have selected a source using the water control panel, the next step is to set the pump associated with that source to pump either in or out. This will initiate water flow to or from one of your supply tanks. To the tank, pump the lever to the selected source, so we choose which direction. A pump may be connected to more than one tank, allowing you to store and retrieve even more water. Recommended for cleaning larger Olympic-sized pools. Yeah. In these cases, the tank a pump is using can be changed by a simple flip of the switch. This all seems pretty obvious. I don't know. You use water control panel to select the water source. Use the pump lever to set the water flow direction. Multi-step process, and that's it. Okay. Well, we're aware that this exists, so that's nice. Can I choose a new book for next time? Additional reading. The house directory. Oh yeah, we've seen that before. Picture of a blueprint. Let's head upstairs quickly. Okay, this had the records. Okay. And then we had the other one with further records. I don't think there was anything of use to us in here. Oh yeah, it was a scrapbook with pictures of things we've done. Yeah, most paid for. Contraptions I've made. I haven't made any contraptions yet. Sledgehammer, 8 gold, largest purchase. Maybe one day we'll take the passage. Highest grade 1? Huh? Interesting. Okay. Well, there we go. That was the library. We are now versed in the usage of a water pump system. And we're going to head out through this door. Oh, it is locked. That's right. We have keys to spare. The laundry room. Launder currency. That's so clever. We can launder our currency for, I guess we hold on to it for a future run. Considering we have 17, that's probably a good idea. The workshop lets us combine inventory to create new items. What do we have in our inventory? Metal detector, sledgehammer, vault key, shovel. That's right, we have these vault keys we need to find uses for. And the car keys. Can I make a massive keychain with this? Vault key, and car key? I'm not sure if, like, obviously there's going to be specific recipes for the workshop. I don't know how we would use that. I think the laundry room sounds pretty funny. We have 17 coins. I'm taking it. Maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's not. I'm not sure. I'm not going to use that bleach. Oh, here we go. Spin cycle swap. Whoa, that's not what I was thinking, but that's cool. Fluff and fold. This service costs 10 and will exchange all of your keys with all of your coins? Hold on. Would that mean we would have 7 keys? Am I reading that right? We would have 7 keys and 3 coins. This service cost... This is cool. This is not at all what I was thinking. I was thinking it was going to be some... Like, you launder your money to pick up at a later date. Okay. This service costs 5 and will exchange all of your gems with all of your coins. We could have a ton of gems. We'd have 12 gems. Or, cost 5 and will exchange all of your keys with all of your gems. That sounds like a bad idea to me. Or, fluff and fold, and we would have 7 keys. Honestly, I think we do the gems one. because we currently have 3 keys. Yes, we'll encounter a lot of locked rooms, but we already have the kennel, which says that we unlock rooms by digging in them, and we have the root cellar, which gives us digging spots, and we have the shovel. So I think we should, in theory, be set for keys. And like, this is going to be our best run in terms of keys. So we don't need to use the fluff and fold here. Let's do the spin cycle. We will have 12 gems, which means we can buy all the big rooms. Can I stop it? Ah, that would have been nice if we could have stopped it halfway and kept some of our coins, but that's okay. I don't mind. I think we'll spend these. Wow. Well, I'm certainly glad that we spent the 1 gem to come in here. That was well worth it. That's amazing. We can head back out through the dining room now because we've been to rank 8. Things are going pretty well. And we have ourselves a meal. What is this? It looks like shepherd's pie to me. Country stew pie. Boiled chuck stew, layered and then baked to perfection, topped with a mashed potato parmesan cheese crust. Plus 20 steps, plus an additional 10 steps if you have a boiler room in your house. We do not. We could hold off on it in case we find a boiler room, but I'm not going to. We'll just eat that dinner, go up to 35 steps. Yum. And we did get a nursery, so drafting purple rooms would help as well. I'll need to keep that in mind. It's funny because it's the cloister with a locked door, and I just realized there's some digging spots in there. If we could dig there, it would unlock that door for us. Oh. Is there a digging spot in this room? Nope. The dining room does not have a hole in the ground. Okay, we'll use a key. That's fine. The office, the darkroom, and the pool. Oh, well, we just learned about how to do the pool. Office opportunities to earn and spread coins. It's okay. It's okay. The pool adds a locker room, sauna, and pump room to today's draft pool. We already have the gymnasium giving us access to this tile. If I put the pool in, this is the only tile we can go through. If I put the office in, and the gem requirement doesn't really hurt us, then we have access to this tile through the gymnasium and this tile through the office. I think I'm inclined to do that. Not the darkroom, the office. The locker room. We have vault keys. We're going to do the office. This might be a bad choice. I might be missing out on something, but it just feels like the safer choice. So we're in here. What is there to find? Upgrade disc. Insert into one of the estate terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. We have a security room. Oh boy, I think we're running all the way back. That's exciting. Okay, that's cool. The antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken again. Oh, there you go. We've seen it in the greenhouse. I don't think there's enough time to put in another work order before Simon arrives, so just make sure the west and east levers are operational. Ah. Okay. So there are specific spots for levers then. West and east levers. Good to know. Oh, there's a picture as well. Okay. Well, we've seen this person's picture before. I don't think we've seen this person. Is that our uncle when he was young? Insert disc. Hold on. Where's it? Into the computer? Welcome to Mount Holly Home Office. Press enter. Run payroll, spread golden estate. Let's run payroll. After running this process, checks will be placed in each staff member's room. This includes each servant's quarter and maid's chamber currently on the estate. Huh. Let's not run the payroll because we don't have those. We don't have a servant's chamber or a maid's chamber. Servant's quarters, I should say. Spread gold in the estate. Let's do that, though. Spread gold. This office can facilitate a modest distribution of coins withdrawn from the staff incentives program. Oh, that's kind of rude. These coins are spread, distributed in a number of rooms currently active throughout the estate. Function successful. A number of gold coins have been withdrawn from the staff incentives program and spread throughout the estate. Return to main menu. Okay, that's neat. Log into network. We don't know the password. There's a little sticky note in the top right. You see that? Pink note? I can't read it though. Insert disk. Floor. Oh, there you go. Floor plan upgrade program. Oh my goodness. Scanning disk. Oh boy. The courtyard. We have a courtyard. Courtyard data has been found on this upgrade disk. You will now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different upgraded floor plans. Select a floor plan below to upgrade this room. Oh my lord. 5 dig spots. Corridor is always left unlocked. Oh yeah, courtyard is always left unlocked. Or +2 gems. Whew. I mean, obviously 5 dig spots helps us today. But in the long run? Courtyard, courtyard, and courtyard. Courtyard, courtyard, courtyard. Oh, corridor yard. I see. I was trying to figure that out. This is so cool. This is so cool. Give us +2 gems. I feel like that's the better choice. I might be wrong. Obviously, it's not the better choice for us today, but we're not looking to upgrade it for today anyways. 5 dig spots is cool, but how often are we going to be finding the shovel? So far, it seems like not very often. Courtyard is always unlocked. It's nice if we find this later on. Whereas +2 gems is just always nice. I think I'm going to do that. Is this the upgrade you want? Yes. Okay. Well, that's great. That's great. I like the upgrade system. And we didn't have to run all the way back to the security room to use it. Very convenient. Cool. And we got some info. The west and east levers. We'll need to think of where those could be. Look at this hand. We saw a statue of a hand pointing downwards. Wonder if those mean anything. Alright, let's go through here. The door is locked. Use the key. Rumpus room, wine cellar, and billiard room. I could use the billiard room. It would lock things down. As in, we have 1 room remaining. Rumpus room gives us a lot of coins, which we could then run back to the library, or to the laundry room with. What would we do? We turn them into keys? Oh, we can't turn them into keys, unfortunately, because it would cost us 7, I think. Yeah. So then we'd gain 1 key if we were out of keys. I guess it's a fallback. We don't need more gems, so the wine cellar is out of the question. Billiard room gives us keys. That's probably the better choice. Looks like we'll be going back through the gymnasium. Alright, we got a coin from the counter. And we're going to play some math darts. Number 10. 10. Oh shoot, I forgot. Is this minus? I think this, or 8 minus 2 is 6. Oh, no, it's not. What was pink? Was this multiply or divide? Let's try 16. Was it multiply? Okay, it's multiply. And I guess this is divide. Divide by 12. So 6 times 2 divided by 12 is 1? Okay. 6 minus 1 is 5, times 4 is 20, divided by 5 is 4. And the metal detector, notice the keys. It's kind of funny that the detector doesn't go off before we've done the puzzle. I feel like that's a bit of an oversight. The keys should be in there before we finish the puzzle. What's through here? Locksmith with more keys for sale, a dark room, and a guest bedroom. Well, considering this is a dead end... Ooh. Oh, the dark room doesn't connect to the antechamber, so we're not getting to the antechamber through here at all. Which means the guest bedroom is the best choice by far. Let's do that. And for drafting it, we gained an additional 5 steps from the nursery. Got a little bit of value out of that. That's good. Ooh, a magnifying glass. A magnifying glass. You know where we can use that? Is back in the office. I think. hopefully. There is nothing to magnify on that. We've checked before. Okay, let's go back to the office, sit at the computer terminal, and maybe we can use the magnifying glass on that pink sticky note. Mount Holly. Oh, it doesn't bring up the magnifying glass for me to use. That's too bad. Okay. Well, we'll exit. I guess there's nothing to read on there. Oh. No, that's the overall computer terminal, I think. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, I think we head back to the gymnasium. The cloister is an option as well with our key. I'm kind of excited to go through the gymnasium. Let's do the cloister first. The thing is, here's the problem. I want to go through the gymnasium to find the garage because we have the car keys, but then that makes it a dead end. Oh, that's too bad. We might do it anyways, though. Honestly. I want to see what happens with the car. We can go through the cloister first. We have a spare key. I'd love to know how to dig in here. There must be a way, right? Because if they went to the trouble of putting dig spots in the middle, we must be able to get into the middle somehow. I can't jump. Is there a gap in the fence that I'm missing? Doesn't look like it. Oh well, let's go through the locked door. The vault plus 40 coins? What? The pool in the archives. While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all three of your potential floor plans. Well, we can certainly avoid the vault. And then we could head back to the laundry room. And have as many keys or gems as we want. What do I do with 40 coins? Wow. The pool adds a locker room, sauna, and pump room to today's draft pool. And it's not a dead end. I think we have to do that. I'm very tempted by the vault, though. Very tempting, but we're going to go with the pool because it gives us access to more rooms. We have a large area to explore in the east wing. You know what's funny is we got the sledgehammer, but we haven't found a trunk yet. I heard a dog. Why am I hearing a dog? Oh, we're next to the kennel. That's funny. We're hearing them through the wall. Can I go in the water? Ooh, oh, almost. Can't get our feet wet. Okay, so pool rules. Let's read this. Drafting pool rules. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything in small print for us to look at. The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft, 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool for you to select from. The odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. Floor plans added to the draft pool are removed at the end of the day unless otherwise stated. No running. Okay, so I'm not allowed to run in here. Got it. Is that it? Okay, added some pools, some rooms to the pool. Okay, that's good. I like, ooh, running out of keys. The bunk room counts as 2 bedrooms. The sauna, tomorrow you will start with the day with 20 extra steps. That's cool. And the pump room, control water flow through the estate. We read a manual on how to do that, and it's not a dead end, so I'm taking it. I like that the pool adds stuff to the pool. The draft pool, that is. What can we do here? Well, first of all, we can dig a turnip. Excellent. And nothing of interest was buried here. Okay, so this tank is somewhat filled. And we finally get to use the sledgehammer. Gain a key. Very good. Oh, the silver key. That's the one that gives us a chance of finding rooms with more doorways. And Mount Holly pump control. So the kitchen has no water. We have noticed that in the past. Greenhouse, the pool. Let's take water out of the pool because we can't enter the pool while there's water there. There's probably something at the bottom we could access. So we've selected the pool. We need to tell it to pull water out. Which one is it? What are the chances that we found this on the same day that we got that manual? Surely there's some kind of influence there. Pump control panel, water source selection. Here we go. Tank 1, 4 units. Tank 2, 4 units. Pump 2, tank switch. Reserve tank. Okay, so we have a few different pumps. I know we read the manual. I'll figure this out. If we don't... The reserve tank, hang on. That's this pump. Why doesn't it show it on the manual? Or on this schematic? Reserve tank. There's a pump for it, but it doesn't show that pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 selectors. Well, if I put this down... So I put it up. We want to be pulling water into that tank, right? That was pump 1. Oh, sorry. This is coming from 6. So I need to look at 6. 6 is going through pump 4. We need to get around there. And we are pulling water into the tank. So up it goes. Water should be draining. Yes. Yes, it is. But now we're full. So how do we do pump 2 tank switch? Is that working? That should be working, right? Oh, that's a valve. I see. Sorry. It doesn't pass water through the two of them. It chooses for this other one. So what we want to do is push the water out of this tank into a different room. So, like the kitchen, for example. 3, 5, and 6 can come out of tank 1. So that's 4. Ideally, we're filling the kitchen, but we can do the greenhouse. That's fine. And we'll pull the water out. Don't ask me how the physics works there when the pipe is all the way up there. How is it pulling the water out through the top? So now we've got more available space to drain the pool. Can I start this again? Oh yeah, I have to choose because it would have stopped when it ran out. The pool. There we go. Look at that. How's our pool looking? This is awesome. Alright, we're full again. The pool still has water in it. We need to fill the kitchen. How do we do that? The kitchen was number 4, right? Which is all the way in tank 2. So what we need to do is pull out of tank 2. Okay, so we pull out of tank 2. And then we can fill tank 2 with something from one of these rooms that's shared between tank 1 and 2. And then take from tank 1 into that room that we've emptied. That's how we do this. So now the reservoir is good. We're going to take it out of the pool. Oh, I love this. Hang on. That's the reservoir. No, the reserve tank and the reservoir are 2 different things. Makes sense. I kind of want to fill the kitchen just in case we do come across the kitchen. What was the kitchen again? 4. There we go. Just to make sure that's full. Alright, what do we find in the pool? We found... Looks like a bunch of coins. Was it worth all that time? I don't know. But I feel accomplished now, so... It was worth it to me. We've got some lights. Cool. That was fun. Alright, 15 coins means we could go back to the laundry. The pool is empty. The greenhouse, aquarium. Oh my goodness, we could empty the aquarium? That's awful. The reservoir and the fountain. What fountain is this? Oh, is that the fountain out front? Whoa, wait a second. Maybe we need to empty that. Okay, maybe we need to empty that. I have 45 steps. We could definitely make it to the front. So even if we hit a dead end here and can't do anything more, there'd be something to check out over there. The reservoir. What is the reservoir as well? Okay, let's see what we can do. We need to fill this somehow. I don't see a way to run this pump. The reserve tank. Do we have enough room? The pool... 3 extra spots. 1, 2, 3. I think we can if we just fully fill everything else. So let's get the pool going. That came... 6 came from over there. We need to turn that around. Okay, there goes tank 1. I'm going to change this over to tank 2. Oh, it's currently running, so I can't do anything. Okay, that's fine. One at a time. Okay, and then doing this should let us pull water into tank 2. And now our fountain is empty. Now I do notice there's a bit of a difference in color here, so maybe the fountain only needed to be below this line, but emptying it saves us a few steps in the future. Let's have a look in this door now. The drawing room, the boudoir, and the terrace green rooms do not cost gems to draft. That's hilarious because we have the gems anyway. It's a dead end, we don't want that. The boudoir would bring us over here and that would be it. Whereas the drawing room lets us re-roll the floor plans and gives us access to both the north and south sides of the east wing. So we'll certainly do that. Drawing floor plans, we have read this one before. Nothing special to see here, I don't think. Alright, so just a little bit of a tutorial about how redrawing works. We've certainly experienced it by this point, though. And picture of a dog tag. So let's go north because we could get a dead end out of the way since it's a dead end regardless. Darkroom and the sauna. Tomorrow you will start the day with 20 extra steps. I'm a fan. It's a dead end. The aquarium is every color of room, but that doesn't help us much right now anyways. Darkroom doesn't help us at all. Let's do the sauna. Ooh, we got a gem. So 20 extra steps tomorrow is a big deal. I think that's all there is to see here. Nice. We'll head south. Ooh, the door is locked. We could use a special key or use a regular key. Special key gives us more doorways. I think we'll just use the regular key because the drawing room lets us redraw regardless. So there you go, regular key. The veranda, greater chance of finding items in green rooms. I might just take more steps. I don't see us running out of gems at this point. Oh man, that's such a like famous last words kind of thing to say though. Let's do the patio. Extra green room stuff is nice. Oh yeah, and it's a green room itself, so we can dig here. I forgot about that. What is... Man, there are a lot of dogs around. Oh, a nice statue. That's a rock. We can't dig that, but we can dig this pile. Nothing of interest. There are a lot of molehills on this property. There's a gem. There's buried below. Occasionally you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms of the estate. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. Yes, we have been making good use of that. I think that's about it. Alright, let's go through this door. Archives. While drafting, you'll no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans. That's a bad thing to have. And the dark room. Now, the dark room, we do have the utility closet, so we could go in there and turn on the lights in the dark room. So there's no actual negative to the dark room itself. But there's not much of a positive either. Other than it lets us access another room here. We do have the magnifying glass. Is there anything useful in the dark room that we could have used a magnifying glass on? There were a lot of pictures. I don't know. Freezes your accounts. Money and gem amounts will not reset at the end of the day, and they cannot be adjusted or used until tomorrow. What? They cannot be adjusted or used? I mean, this is almost the ideal time to use it, right? We have 10 gems and 19 coins. Can you imagine starting tomorrow with that? Oh. And then for the outer room, we could take the trade post or whatever it was called and theoretically trade for items. Wow. That's so cool. Get it, freezer? I think I have to do the freezer just because I want to see what the trading post is like. We need to learn. Let's do it. Freezer it is. And we'll walk in. Oh, there it goes. Wait a second. Could I have not walked in yet? Oh no. What if that's the case? What if I could have held off until afterwards? Ooh. That's a little bit yikes, isn't it? I may have messed up badly. Freezer, negative 16 degrees Celsius, and a frozen door. I mean, this tells me there's some way to melt stuff in here. Look at all the gems and the frozen keys and stuff. The furnace room? If we were to connect the furnace room here or something. Like this freezer, what does it have? Probably important stuff. I feel this is an important room for sure. But nothing we can do now, I don't think. And because we turned off the power, we can get through here. The kitchen has food for sale, but I can't spend any money, so no sense going there. We can't spend the gems to get in anyways. The mail room and the bunk room. A package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. The mail room is pretty cool. The bunk room gives us more steps, and that's it. It would give us 5 steps for drafting because of the nursery. So it was a dead end either way. I guess I made the right choice for freezing our assets, because we were not getting the garage regardless. Okay, well, I'm very glad with my choice then. I think the mail room makes more sense. Mail room it is. May as well have a little gander. Order placed. The metal detector says something's up. We got a key. Alright. You have a magnifying glass. We've already used a magnifying glass on this before. Is there anything? We used magnifying glass on that before. Cinca Company, not Cinca Inc. Whoops. I tried typing in Cinca Inc. as the password earlier. I think that's all. Alright, let's run back to the fountain. And then I guess we will be calling it a day. I love that, the water manipulation room. That was neat. So, look at this. We have ourselves a fountain that has been drained of water. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's just a puddle and a grate. That looks suspicious. What is this? The basement door is locked. I have a key. Should I use a special key? It's a basement door. The silver key. What does this do? Unlocking a door with a silver key will lead to a room with many doors. Let's use it. Special keys. Silver key. The key does not fit. Okay, we have to use a regular key. That's fine. Oh. It requires a special key that we don't have? Oh, man. Will you take these car keys or this vault key? Or this other vault key? Unlocks box 140. Wait a second. Wait a second. We have the mailroom. Back to the box. Uh-oh, only 16 steps remain. Oh, I completely forgot. We have those keys. Well, now we know that there's a passageway under the fountain that requires a special key. So if we ever happen across a special key, and also the pool room, or not the pool room, but the, what's it called? The pump room, which requires the pool. Wow. What a series of events. Huh. All right, well, heading through the commissary. I am worried about the number of steps remaining. Can we make it? Gymnasium, mailroom. Oh yeah, it's a straight run. We're okay. We're okay. Pretty close, though. Yeah, because the gymnasium takes an additional 2 steps. Look at that. We're down to 5, 4. Okay. Vault key. Oh, these don't have numbers on them. All right. Oh my goodness. I'm so dumb. We had the option of drafting a vault. We could have drafted a thing called the vault, and I had vault keys. I can't believe it. I'm such an idiot. Missed opportunity there. I was just thinking of the mailroom because there were a lot of boxes here. I would call these deposit boxes. And these are, I mean, they're called vault keys, but it says deposit box key. A safe deposit box key. Okay. All right, well, we were given the option of the vault. Oopsie daisy. I messed that up, didn't I? So be it. It happens, you know? We did learn a lot. And we're going to have a ton of resources for tomorrow. That's pretty darn cool. We got to make good use of the root cellar. That was about as good as that could have possibly gone. Yeah. Wow. What a house. Mount Holly, the garden excavation site of the dead. Okay, so I think the of the dead is because we have so many dead end rooms. I realized that after whatever day it was that we had of the dead, and I was confused by that. Dead end rooms.